All right, welcome to episode number 9 of The Inner Circle. My name is Avita, and I got some guests with me here today. Of course, we got Gibby the GOAT.
Of course, the GOAT, man. Shout me out. What's up, y'all?
We also got some other special guests here. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves. Go ahead. You first.
Oh, I'm King Sean, but, I'm not going to get too much into myself. We're going to pass it on to my man.
You have a mic.
I
on
know,
your shirt.
I have a smile on my shirt.
He
Look at
didn't want to
this.
push his button.
You already know who it is. Yeah, you probably don't even know who it is. It's Raisi K, the Raisin Man, producer, attorney. We'll talk about all that.
Word. That's dope.
Glad to be here.
How you guys feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
It's Thursday, man.
I know. Thank God, right? It was payday for me. I don't know
Thank
about
God.
y'all, man. It's my favorite day
Yeah,
of the
it's
week.
tomorrow.
We're going to jump right in. Couple questions for you, Rice.
Sure.
So you're a producer.
Exactly.
How'd you get into producing? Like, how long have you been doing it?
So I've been producing for about 10 years now, since 2010. My friend, Mr. Capers, taught me how to make beats. It was just like I got really interested in making it because he was making beats, and he taught me how to do it. He showed me the basics basically, and I ran with it. Started posting my beats on YouTube. I got a channel now. It's around 72,000 subscribers.
Okay.
And it's basically me flipping like video game, anime samples, like nerd culture things. And so it picked up on the internet. People was fucking with it. So can I curse? Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you good.
so yeah, people were fucking with it, and then all of some people from like the industry started hitting me up on Twitter, and they were like, "We trying to work." I mean, one of the guys, Jacquay from Love and Hip Hop, he was the first guy to hit me up, and he wanted to make a record. We ended up making my pieces hitting, so from there I got full-fledged in the industry and been working, producing for folks ever since. So still at it. And then
So good, man.
yeah.
What's it like, though, balancing, like, law? Because you're also an attorney, right?
Yeah, so I've been an attorney since 2018. I do workers' comp. I do that during the day, and then I'm like Batman with the beats at night. So it's all about time management. I mostly do during the day. I do my legal work.
Yeah.
Stick to that, absolutely. But then when I'm off, and I got time to work, I work on music, and I just lace the beats, send them out, post them, and just keep it working from there.
And just real quick, who are some other artists that people might know that
So
you've worked with?
so I've worked with a bunch of folks. So I've worked with Mac Wilds. I've worked with DJ Luke Nasty, Mickey Fax. I recently have got a couple placements in A Mafia's new project. He used to be on Dipset. Nikki Jean. I've worked with folks who work with Fab and French. A whole bunch of folks.
All right.
Yeah, it's a whole
you
bunch
got
of
your
people.
foot in the
I'm
door.
Sort of in there, yeah. I'm in there.
Good shit, good shit. All right, well, that was a little introduction to Raisi. Let them know where they can find your stuff. Where they
So
can follow
you can find my stuff on YouTube. I also have a Bandcamp, the Raisin Man, all one word, .bandcamp.com. I'm on stream sites. You can catch me. Raisi K, Raisi space K. You find me on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. I'm all on there. I got projects on there. So just, go look in and enjoy.
Shout out to you, Rice. All right, well, let's get into these topics, because that's why we here.
Do it.
Look at Gibby to go. Look at you, Lex. You just can't wait to jump
No,
in.
I'm trying to let him talk because normally like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I tend to kind of like
You do.
dominate sometimes. So I'm gonna let him get a little introduction. Let him talk. But now
It's
time
weird having Chris sit here quiet.
It's time for the hot seat.
All right, well, the first topic that we're going to get into is clout or talent. What do we think is more important in the industry right now, basically,
Right.
in 2019?
Man, I'm gonna be real with you. It's really clout. The clout chase is so real right now in the industry. Basically, it's for me. What I've seen, if you can make money, you're in. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're absolute garbage, because I've seen absolute garbage, and they've rolled with it because it makes money. If it brings eyes in, if it brings viewership, that means ad money because they want to see where a whole bunch of people paying attention to.
Right.
So if it's a train wreck, they don't care as long as it makes the money. But at the end of the day, what's going to sustain is the talent. So that's what it is. They're just taking people who are hot at the moment right now so they can make a quick buck and just roll with it. But if you really want to last in the industry, you got to have talent. Like, at the end of the day, you have to. You have to.
I definitely agree. You know, you definitely got to have talent to last. But like Raisi K just said, smart man, industry man, it's about clout. It's definitely about clout. It's always been about clout. You think of hip hop for years.
Especially now.
What's one thing that we always hear? Oh my God, he's trash. But he's made people like Blueface, people like Trinidad James, people that could barely read. People that could barely read. How often do we see people that have the clout but absolutely no talent in the industry making money? Lil Pump, how much talent does he really have?
Right.
He's rich. But then again, how many times do we see people around us that we know personally that have all the talent in the world but no clout? You're not gonna do nothing. I think when people hear the term clout, we like faces flash like 6ix9ine and you know what I mean, things like that. Clout is not a bad thing. Clout is influence, power, like the people that follow you. You know, like that's what you're supposed to want to have. Clout is what you were able to build up. You know what I mean? Like your resume clouded you up. And I think that when people, especially people that's making music, realize that, sad to say, in a lot of cases, clout will get you a lot further than talent, they will readjust their approach.
Right.
How y'all feel about it?
I don't know about further. It'll get you somewhere.
Yeah.
I feel like cloud chasing is like a sprint, but your talent is more like the long distance, the marathon.
That's exactly what I think.
That's a good example,
That's how I think about it. I mean, everybody's going for that instant gratification. That's why they go for the clout. And a lot of people go for clout over money. Oh, well, they're not going to pay me.
That's when you
they're
hustle
not going to write that $1
backwards.
million check, but they're going to make me look like this, and I'm going to get 1 million followers, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And that's when you're hustling backwards. Like, the clout is useful if you're trying to make money or you're trying to make an impact of some sort. You got to use the clout that you get.
Like, what are you going to do with your clout once
you don't just
get
it because it's a waste of time if you're just getting it. I mean, that's
but
what...
But then I feel like you got to be careful with that because if you gain clout in a certain way, people are going to expect you to always be...
Before we continue, what's your definition of clout?
I was just
when you think clout.
That is a good question.
What's your definition of clout? Because I think, do you know what? It sounds like y'all think clout is negative. For example,
I don't think it's
look
negative.
At Jacquay. Look at Jacquay. The reason why a lot of us, like, well, me, like, I haven't heard him before the show. I know about him because of the show, Love and Hip Hop. That show gave him clout, an opportunity for him to make money. I went to a women's brunch. What's the girl name? It was a girl from Love and Hip Hop. She was there. She got the big. Oh man, I can't think. And her boyfriend is name is BK.
Oh shoot, I know. Shit.
But like her, you know what I'm saying? Like she has like a product line. She's doing some things right now. She's rich. All of these girls off Love and Hip Hop, they're getting rich.
They are.
They're getting rich like off of the. I think that we have to stop giving clout a bad name. We actually, there's people that I know that will be ashamed to admit that you know what? I'm making these moves because I'm trying to get my clout up. Because you know what? The term clout chaser. Like, what
I was just going to bring that
up.
You know
why
is
connotation.
that,
you know what I mean? I'm looking at a clout chaser as somebody that, like, I would want to. Now, look, if I'm trying to, like, start a fake beef with you or something, just so people could notice and pay attention, then I can start. That's, you know what I mean? Like, that's the clout chasing I think about. But somebody that's just trying to get their weight up.
We never think of that person. You're right.
Just like somebody's trying to get their weight up. Like, that's what you... Because to be honest, if your weight not up, if your name not up, then who are you? So your name is what you have. Your name makes you.
So what would you call that? Would you call that clout or would you call that having respect?
Because you don't have clout yet, but you chasing it. But why is the term clout chaser negative? That's a good question. Why is that term negative?
I think that it picked up a negative. Is the proper word connotation? Because you was making jokes about my vocabulary. I don't got my phone, but my vocabulary, y'all don't know. Anybody that graduated with me, y'all know. I went to sleep with Cap, I paid attention. I think that it picked up a negative connotation because honestly, people are ashamed to admit that they want attention. I want attention. I like attention. Just like, for instance, if I'm out and I'm doing something and a lot of people are paying attention and tuning in, that makes me feel good. But I can't say that to this society.
So why was people clowning Aisha Curry for wanting attention?
No, because she wants the wrong kind of attention.
Oh, dear.
Okay,
She's a
but
married woman.
Can't you be trying to gain the wrong type of clout too? I guess it's subjective.
Wait, so I don't even remember what
I just did that to be an asshole. No. We don't care about Aisha Curry, but. But I'm saying,
Curry
there's
was
negative
upset.
clout.
She
and
was upset because men weren't paying attention.
What type of attention was she really looking for? I forgot.
Like
general attention.
Like
attention from men.
She want to know like that I'm wanted type shit. But we're not even about to do this conversation because that's good.
I got nothing with that. Nothing.
Because that's going to go into something
I would
else.
say this.
I
say this with clout. Yes, you're right. You can. I see clout is useful because I've used clout. Like
he said I've gained it.
Yes, I have gained clout.
Right.
By the grace of God, I have gained clout. So I understand how useful it can be. Now, I think what people are tired of, what people don't like is, I don't know, people doing the utmost for it.
Yeah.
Like me, I just put music out and I just was consistent and trying to put a good product out for people to enjoy. So it's not necessarily the cloud itself, but it's like how people obtain it. Okay. Like people doing like a boot gang kid, whatever. People like, yeah, this is mad entertaining, him going about doing the craziest shit. Mm-hmm. But then after a while, it really got to him and he was doing the utmost to maintain. And
now, do we carry that same viewpoint when we look at the guys from Jackass? Because they're like legends.
That's funny. That's a good point. That is an absolute good point.
Yeah, but they was doing that dumb stuff to themselves. They wasn't going out doing it to random people in the bodegas.
That's true.
That's
true, it's true. But then again, like that was about close to 20 years ago. Time saying people are crazier now. And you know what else? People aren't as easily entertained. We live in a society where like horror movies barely exist because people aren't afraid no more.
We're not
afraid.
And we're on social media.
Like women be half sex. Like women be half naked, and it's like it's not even okay. Like I see it so much.
It's whatever. It's regular.
Before, like if we seen a picture of a girl that we knew, and
it's just regular.
You be like, ooh,
now it's
my lucky day.
It's just regular. Like, whoa.
I think right now you
got
have
the nudies.
Go to those extremes to get clout because honestly, people have raised the bar to the point where people aren't.
So what about? And what I mean by like the difference between clout and respect is like, all right, Jada, for instance, just to say a person or D Block, right? They don't chase clout, but they're forever respected in the game. You know what I mean? So it's like they don't go crazy like how the young boys is doing today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or female wise, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there was Lil' Kim, but the majority of them wasn't out here. You know what I mean? Just
I definitely agree, but then it all depends on what you're doing it for. Because honestly, Styles P, he hasn't stopped rapping for that long. He's driving the bus in New York City. He's a bus driver. So it's like, what are you doing it for? Yeah, South P.
Hold on.
The
Ghost?
Look, Google it, people. He's a bus driver.
The Ghost is driving the bus.
So it depends what you're doing.
Are you fucking with me right now?
Hold up. I'm putting it on record. I'm not laughing.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm not loving
Hey, respect.
He's a rapper. You know what I mean?
But that was like...
that's crazy.
I look at it like this.
Talk about
Styles P and D Block and the rest of them, they don't really go out their way for clout. They don't go out their way to get new fans. So, they got their business cool. Now, you know what? When it's time for them to do a show, they're legends in the game. They're getting $8,000.
Yeah.
They're getting $9,000 compared to somebody that's brand new into the industry is getting so much. It's about money at the end of the day.
It's money.
So what do you respect more? Do you respect clout or do you respect respect, honestly? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like more people are willing to sell their souls just for attention. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really look at it
for the money.
Which is
you
so
gotta
dumb
know how
to
to
me,
work it.
it's really
you know what it is?
money.
A lot of times with rappers, these rappers are being dragged like straight out of hood and thrown into the industry. They don't know how to work it. Look at somebody like Drake. Drake was able to go so far because he already knew.
He was already in the entertainment
industry. He knew how to work. He knew how to act. Some people are so rough and so hardcore. There's somebody like Casanova.
But he didn't come from that environment, though.
Huh?
He didn't come from that environment. He came from a whole different. He came from the suburbs. He just had a good vocabulary and knew how to rap. Make music. So it's different like when you got somebody that's rapping because it's either they do this and that's their talent to get out of their situation and then you got somebody that's doing it just because they got a talent.
But then it all depends, like I said, on where you're trying to go. Just like with you making these beats. You have all the respect in the hood. Everybody know you as the best producer in the hood. What's that gonna do for you?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The hood, if you think about it, it's known as the hood. It's known for the hood for poverty, hopelessness.
Right.
Like,
that's
you know
why,
what I'm saying?
and that's
People
why I'm
don't know
saying the
which way to-
respect.
So it's like, if these are the people that you're aiming for, that's the reason why, honestly, it's funny. We just had a black politician run. I think that he didn't win because he was reaching out to the hood. Even with politics, politicians that reach out to the hood, that's trying to do something with them, because the hood would be like, but they won't vote.
Right,
They're not educated. They're not, you know what I'm saying?
You say that.
So it's like, I feel like, respecting the hood is cool. I didn't have respect. You know what's funny? All the respect you have in the hood, once you make a certain amount of money, that respect is gone. Like Hov said, first they love you, then they hate you. A lot of the hood don't even respect Jay-Z no more.
Hey, didn't we just have this conversation?
Jealous.
You know what I mean? They don't even respect Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z, he put in work.
Right.
He put in work. He sold crack. He did this. He did that. He dropped records. He's
solid,
he
right?
Did stuff, but it's like people still don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right. We're going to wrap up this topic. But for the most part, we all agree. We all agree that clout is more important right now.
Before you leave that, since you was on a roll, let me ask you a question.
What's that?
Dude, do you like the fact that Jay-Z switched up his style of rap, or are you he changed on us?
I do.
At first, I was one of the people that felt like he changed, but then I really paid attention to his interview. Like, what is he supposed to do? Stay the same? He's 50 years old. He's 50 years old. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's old as hell.
You know what I mean? I can't expect 50-year-old Jay-Z to give me the same content 35-year-old Jay-Z.
And they got
not
what,
living
3
the same
kids
life.
now?
Like you said, it's different lives. 50-year-old Jay-Z has been rich longer than he's been
Basquiat.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Basquiat Jay-Z. I'm enjoying it.
Big shout out Hov. Yo, Hov, I'm shouting you out every single. I know you're going to see me, Rock Nation. You're going to pick me up. Look, follow me.
The brunch. Just give me an invitation. That's all.
Word, I want to go to the Rock Nation brunch.
Yeah, everybody rock with Hov.
Anyway, he said I'm the only one. You a lie. But anyway, next topic we're gonna get into is has the internet hurt or helped producers? And honestly, Rice, I'm gonna let you jump into this one because I'm pretty sure you can give a good,
All right, so I'm gonna say this. It did both, and I'm gonna explain it this way. It helped producers tremendously because it gave other folks an avenue and an opportunity to put our music out there. Number one, whenever we want, without too much cost, if any, because you can just post on SoundCloud or whatever free sites.
Right.
So it's able to post, producers can put their music out whenever they want, at any place pretty much, and they're able to reach out directly to folks that they think are gonna like the music, because you have social media and you can figure out who's listening to you, and then once you post anything, people are going to respond to it. If they fuck with it, they're gonna hit you up with comments, and it gives you the opportunity to hit them up directly. Like how I built my YouTube channel basically was I was posting beats all the time.
Yeah.
And posting nonstop every day. People will be leaving comments. I'll reach out to folks who were leaving comments, show them praise, and just establish a relationship with them. And people would just share my beats everywhere on the internet, and like in forums and all that. And it started to grow. The sub count started to grow.
Yeah.
So then it's real organic. So you can use it to your advantage. Absolutely. Right. The disadvantage with the internet is that there's so many motherfuckers who make beats on the internet.
Oversaturated.
Thousands, hundreds of thousands of producers on the internet, and they all making the same thing. So it's crazy. If you're making the same thing, the same type trap beats all the time, or it's the wave that's in the industry, you're not gonna go anywhere. And frankly, I'm just saying that 100. Like, somebody really has to pick you out. You have to have like the next Panda beat or the next, like the next All Gold everything from Trinidad to really you have to win the lottery if you're gonna make the same things.
I definitely agree, man.
So it's just so saturated on the internet, and people got a stigma there's this negative stigma about producers. Like, I don't know if you've noticed how people joke when they say if you go viral on Twitter, you gotta have a SoundCloud. Or you have to have a link, a producer link. So, and if you say like you make beats out and then to anybody, first thing they're gonna think is, oh, you janky ass producer, whatever. You just make beats. Everybody says make beats. My brother's friend makes beats.
Right.
Like I really have to like.
So y'all get the same treatment
So
as
if I
like
say,
local rappers.
yeah, I'll be getting that sometimes. They'll be like, oh yeah, and I'm like, cool. But then it's always like somebody else, a friend of mine who vouches for me, who's like, nah, this man legit. So you should check this out. So, but.
So not to cut you off, but you hit a point for me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like people get in because who they know?
All the time. So if people getting records, it's mostly like about who you know, more so than the beats you want.
Yeah,
so if you know anybody, first thing you gotta know people, and then the people gotta vouch for you and basically be like, yeah, he can make records. Now, if you put a record out and you're on the radio, the industry talks. So they're gonna hear who made that record, who made this beat. So if your name floats around in these offices and whatnot, then they're gonna keep you on tabs. They might not even hit you up for like months on end. Then somebody random's gonna be like, yo, we got a record for this. We got a vision for this. You think we can do it? Boom, boom. So it's more like who you know. And the internet's great because if you have a Twitter or whatever, Instagram, they just hit you up direct.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yeah, we want to work on this music.
Because this is a topic that like I've spoke about in the past, personally. The internet has destroyed the underground producer lane. It's gone. It's gone. When I first started rapping, for those of you who don't know, like I started rapping years ago. I was rapping back in 2001.
I think I disagree, but I'll let you do.
2001, I was rapping in 2001.
Yeah.
Now, back in 2001, if you wanted to make a record, you had to go to like the bootleg CD spot and get an instrumental CD.
Yeah.
You
right.
know what I mean? But if you wanted your own beat, you had to get it with a producer. I remember you would sit in the living room with the producer. They hit up, Fruity Loops. They put a little kick, they follow a little snare, a little hi-hat, they throw a little chord on it, you know what I mean? You sing it through the production process. It'll take about like 2 or 3 days, but your beat was $400, $500.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like he said, you can go. I don't even have to leave my house. I could dig in my pocket and pull out my phone and pull out work from the hottest, and a lot of these beats be free.
Damn.
It's to the point now where the producer game is so messed up that producers are making material that are A1 industry quality, but they like, yo, just take it for free. Like, just
want to hear my
give
shit.
me a break.
Y'all fucking up the game,
Just
so I
give
sort of
me a
agree with you
credit.
with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can find.
I can see that.
But on top of that, it's also harder for producers because now we can just go on our phones and find certain beats aren't really accepted. If you listen to the older beats from like the early 2000s, like a lot of those beats were made on YouTube, on Fruity Loops. You know what I'm saying? Soulja Boy went crazy on
I still
Fruity
make
Loops.
beats on
That was
Fruity Loops.
simple.
Yeah.
Now the beats, the talent, the bar has been raised so much that if you try to make a record over a Fruity Loops beat, they're gonna be laughed at.
All my shit's in Fruity Loops,
You know
though.
what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
You know what I mean? I give it to you. You know what I mean? Because you're doing your thing.
Fruity Loops is crazy,
No, I
dude.
have.
It's low.
No, but you know what though?
Yeah.
I will say this though. You know what I mean? For me, dealing with
I know what
that's,
you
like,
talk-
close to
I
the
know what you
industry,
mean.
They frown upon Fruity Loops.
I know what you mean.
And you know what they'll say? Like they'll listen to a beat and they'll be like, "That sound like
I know what
it's made on Fruity
you. I know
Loops."
what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like I've heard that. You know what I mean?
So what is it?
I've even
I
said
think
that.
so. I disagree with you. I think today's climate regarding the production, even though there's a lot of people making beats, it's also really amazing, like the type of sounds you get out of them. Because if you just do a little research and you just dig a little bit, you'll find a whole range of different genres of beats that you can choose from. And I think that's amazing that you do it. It's much hard. It was back in the day. It was much harder to like find that. You would have to go hit people up direct, go to folks' places, go to different spots just to get the type of sound you're looking for. Now it's easier to look for it, and it's easier for people to put it out there, which is great. I'm just saying the business aspect, which I agree with you, the business aspect of selling your beats and putting beats out there is all fucked up because people are putting A1 industry beats out for free, and folks that are trying to make a living off music are having a hard time to sell beats for, even just $200-300. That's how much I really sell it for. And That's why you got to really be connected to like in the industry to be able to get bands off of it.
Just the producers game. Like if you think, look at something.
It's everything.
It's
everything.
The artist. Yo,
Everything.
I remember when I was in high school, Nelly was going platinum like this.
Yeah.
Wall, platinum.
Word.
Mike Jones. Platinum.
Everybody.
Nowadays, if you're not Drake or Beyonce or Rihanna, you're selling 235,000 records. You know what I mean? And that's it. And it's crazy.
And that's,
we're not even selling records
that's
because
good
you know
sales,
what?
yeah.
They transformed the game from actual records to streams. And people think that made it easier for anybody like me and you to get into the industry. We could just put something on iTunes and we're basically in the industry now. Yeah. But it made it harder for people because now it's like your music, you know what I mean? Your music's so much. The internet in general, like, it took away a big bag from the entertainers. That's the reason why entertainers are trying to secure other bags.
Yeah.
Now. You know what I mean? You see them trying to get into so many other things. They're doing so much.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only but so much. You can look at somebody like Young Thug.
But that just stems back to the cutthroatness of the industry. That's why it's the 95% of the industry is not going to last more than 3 to 5 years. It's that's just the way it is. It's cutthroat like that. The real, like the 5% that you see all up in, you know, on TV and all the media who've sustained it for 10 plus years, that's just a really, really small minority. And they got the right team, they got the right people on their side to keep them going. So the industry itself, just the nature of the game, it's vicious, it's cutthroat. But I do agree with you, the game is all fucked up because there's so many people and they're just looking for who can make the most money right now. My biggest complaint is that they're not trying to look for artist development. They're not trying to develop the artist. They're not trying to develop a product that's sustained over a long time. That's what I saw back in the day, like in the late. I'm a '90s baby, pretty much. Born in '89, but I'm a '90s baby. So knowing that, you know, guys in the late '90s, it was more about artist development, having a product that you could put out there over the test of time. Nowadays, it's more like who's hot right now.
Mass production.
Boom, boom. Let me just get that money real quick. So that whole sentiment right now is what's really fucking up the game. But couple that with the saturation from the internet and how easy it is to put your money in the internet, it's a concoction. It's a bunch of factors that are making the game real messed up right now. But you can see benefits through the internet because you can, as a fan, it's absolutely the greatest time. As a music consumer, this is literally the greatest time. I was saying,
this is the best ever.
This is the best time ever. I see people saying like hip hop is dead. Nah, I think it's thriving, and I think if you look, you're gonna find the sound that you want. You just have to look.
It's out there.
And people just being lazy and not looking.
The content is there. I think that today's music fans, because hip hop was still so brand new in the '90s and you know what I'm saying, early 2000s. I think today's hip hop fan, like, they're a little more cultured. You know what I'm saying? They want different things. That's why so many people aren't really like accepted. Someone like Playboy Cardi. I love Playboy Cardi. I listen to my bubble, but sometimes I put him on and people look at me like I'm stupid. Like who is this guy? Like, he's not saying nothing, but he has a sound, production. He's a vibe.
Are you situational listener? Like, you sound like a situational listener, like I am. I go by the vibe. So I go by, if I'm trying to study, I listen to certain
like Travis
folks.
Scott is my dude, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if I'm in the whip.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Like, for my mood, whatever. You're definitely right.
All right, so pretty much it has hurt and helped in many ways.
Yeah, that's how
this guy's smart, man. We gotta have him on for another show, man.
My guy.
People agreeing with me, man. Oh, man, I normally feel like a foster child. What's next?
I'm dead. All right, the next thing we gotta get into is this Netflix and Disney
I'm
beef.
getting it next week.
It's real beef, y'all.
Disney Plus.
And I needs to have both.
Everybody's excited that they go watch Lion King.
That's my thing. I'm like, no, I guess there's like way more stuff on there because Disney owns like literally everything.
They got Proud Family on there? Because I don't watch.
They better. But I don't know. Netflix is linking up with Nickelodeon, and that's more my.
I don't like it. Like, something is.
Ask a chick to Disney.
Something is.
Yeah, what's your take on that?
Something is going on with all of this. The way they're giving us so many different, like, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, motherfucking Disney Plus, now Nickelodeon.
YouTube, like, if you from the hood.
And this is what is changing people. This is the part of the reason why we see artists can only stay hot for so long.
Yeah.
Now look, they're about to get Like, let's say you get Disney Plus, and what's the show that's on Disney Plus? Any show.
What's
the show?
That's So Raven.
That's So Raven. That's So Raven.
Yeah.
Now look, back in the days, if you wanted to watch That's So Raven, you would wake up Tuesday or whatever, or you come home from school, 6:30, That's So Raven come on, you watch one episode. Then the very next day you watch it. People are absorbing so much media at once. They'll watch 17 episodes in a row.
Right.
And then they'll be thirsty for another show. I'm always seeing on Netflix, what's another show? What's another show? Like, yo, you mean to tell me you just watched 6 seasons of a show in 7 days?
Yes.
And there was no such thing as a binge watching.
That's the reason as artists, like, yo, like, you could give a dude.
I don't want binge watching to go away, though. I don't give a fuck.
No, but
like what he's saying is like you were fed. You know what I mean? You were
I
fed.
get it.
Now you at a buffet.
Right.
You could just have whatever you want.
Like, yo, on the real, what is that doing to it?
But it's the same thing.
Making your brain
it's the
fat.
same thing with malls and the stores.
And that's the
like
reason
how
why
those are going away.
That's the reason why our attention span, like, it's like this. Look at somebody like John Witherspoon. Nobody even think about him no more.
Man.
Somebody would pass something would happen. That's
right.
Tasty on. Yo,
Hey,
shout out
rest
John
in
Witherspoon,
peace.
R.I.P. But it's real.
in peace,
Like, yo,
man.
people
That's
don't
facts,
even
though.
like,
Yeah.
yo, like.
You right though.
An album will come out. I remember back in the days, you would go for an album for 3 months, 4 months. An album come out like in 6 days. A new album come out, right? It's going like they're giving us so much, and now it's like Disney. I'm already anti-Disney because Disney they're known for evil practices. They're known for weird shit. Like now they're giving us Disney Plus.
And they had what, 10 million? So they had what, 10 million subscribers?
This is $7 a month.
They got 10 million in the first day.
And you know what subscribers. I'm looking at it like, yo, we're at a time right now. The information ever.
I'm getting Disney Plus. I don't give a fuck.
People are entrepreneurs. People are making big moves.
Yeah.
Why do we have people that are like me and you excited about watching The Lion King or episodes of That's So Raven? They're gonna be in the house watching Recess, 17 episodes in a row.
You wanna know why?
Because it's nostalgic for us.
Listen, no. What that's gonna do is that's gonna bring the people back to a good memory when they was a kid, less stress, eating cereal with real milk, not almond milk. Can't even drink real milk no more. That's
my whole
happy
YouTube
time.
channel's built off of the nostalgia. That's the only reason why it's popping. Because of nostalgia, people growing up on things,
they love
and I'm
that
flipping
shit.
them and making them mad gutter beats. But talking about Netflix and Disney, I think I'm gonna get Disney Plus. I don't know if I'm gonna have it the whole time, but yeah, I mean, the whole premise with them, them making this competition between them. This is real stupid because they're about to eat. Netflix and Disney are gonna eat no matter what.
This was planned though.
Oh yeah.
This is just like Popeyes and Chick-fil-A.
Disney Plus. I like that.
We don't even have a Chick-fil-A. It's in the airport.
You know what's funny? They have all of the movies that they're in, most of the movies from. I don't think they have the movies from the vault. I think they put everything on there.
Yeah.
It's just really manipulative at this point.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny because people aren't really hype about Disney Plus because they have all the selection. It's really because they have what they haven't seen in a minute.
Exactly.
It's
Disney's
I got.
But you know what you gotta think though?
Disney's not for kids no more. It's for grown-ass kids.
I'm a firm believer in you have to watch your diet. And by diet, that's just not what you put in your stomach. It's what you put in your mind as well. Netflix, Disney, what is all this?
Man.
It's trash.
It is a waste of time.
It's garbage. Do you know what that's a way to? Do you know the reason why people love Netflix? Because that's a way for people to have nothing to do to kill time.
So I'm a big time nerd. So when I watch Netflix, if it's not comedy to get my mind right, like boost with laughter, I'm watching documentaries because I want to learn about a whole bunch of things.
Hold up.
Time
out. You telling me you call something over to Netflix and chill and you pick a documentary?
Hell no.
That's all situational.
It's situational, man.
I would, but that's me.
Even that show like
Netflix
Netflix.
out for the documentary.
I even seen a meme. The meme said, "Yo, like the reason why people Netflix and chill end up fucking because all the movies is trash."
Hey, yo,
the movie be trash.
Throw that Ted Bundy on, my nigga.
It be low quality movies. It be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Why said he be on there? Nah, but it's really like it's just manipulation. It's just the hype. We're practically putting money in their pockets. We're giving them the advertised money because it's like everybody hype off of Disney Plus and oh yeah, they just signed a Nickelodeon deal with Netflix, so now everybody's talking about it, and it's just free ad dollars at the end of the day. This Nickelodeon though, if they don't have the OG joints, I'm not with it.
Like Double Dare?
No, like I mean, like My Brother and Me better be on there.
Doug Funny, Rocco's Modern
season
World.
Still kind of new.
I don't care. Let's say original content. I don't care.
Nah, I want
the
to
OG.
see.
That's all I care
Is
about.
all that gonna be on there? The original?
Yeah.
Like, if that's not there, then it's pointless.
There's another stream site. I forgot
YouTube.
what it's called. The VR. It's called like
Word.
VRW. You can find it on YouTube.
Just forgot. Poor YouTube.
That's what the kids use.
It's
YouTube.
really, it's funny.
They do.
They don't
funny
care about
because
cartoons. They want to know how to
It's funny.
make
They
gel.
have this hype. They have this hype over these things, and it's just because it just dropped.
Right.
Just give it another 7-14 days.
Oh, yeah.
People are gonna be like, whatever.
I'm gonna be like, let me get
They're
your,
like
let me get your
Disney.
password.
I'm seeing
and that's what's the
grown
most
men
annoying
and
thing
women.
about society because they be hype about all sorts of shit like Popeye's chicken sandwich and all that junk, and then within a month, within 21 days or whatever,
It's over.
they're done.
I'm
Like it's
seeing
like
grown men
whatever, I'm
and
done.
women excited about Disney cartoons. Like, I don't know if it's just me showing my
We
age,
grew up on it.
but
It's
that
like it's
startles
Yeah.
me.
big
No, I
deal.
get why they're excited.
Like, that startles
Yeah.
me. Like, that's actually like
I'm not
disturbing.
gonna hate.
It
on
shouldn't
people
startle
for
you
saying,
or
like-
make you feel disturbed.
I'm not
It's
gonna-
literally just, oh, like, I
Trying to
remember a good
reminisce.
time in my life
Yeah, that's
when
all
I
it
watched
is.
this.
I'm not ever gonna shit on people's joy. Like if you're genuinely happy about this happening, great. That's
Right.
great. The thing is just people just go on hype.
That's
about
what
it
you're
because
saying is
the
hype.
Next man, because the next man and the next man after that is hype about
Because
it.
you know what's
It's
funny?
just crowd
To be 100%
mentality.
real with you, the majority of those shows you can still catch.
True.
You can still get. They still go. It's
Easy.
nothing.
They'll
It's
be
just the
out
fact that we're seeing Disney Plus people. Disney cartoons don't excite you. It don't. If you was to come over and I'm putting on Disney cartoons, you're gonna be looking like, what the fuck is
I
this?
ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna
You know what I
I'm
mean?
a cartoon person, though. I'm not
Or if you
gonna
sit
hold
down
you.
and watch 20 minutes of, you're not gonna watch 4 hours of cartoons. And if you do,
like-
honestly, like it's
Oh, there's Disney movies that I used to love as a kid that now piss me off. I ain't gonna say no names. Pocahontas being one of them.
Oh,
But you know what
I
I'm
feel-
saying?
yeah, heard
so
you.
it's like when I'm
Heard you.
growing up, I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, I could watch Goofy movie though like 100 times and laugh at that shit and be dancing and singing with
Goofy
Tevin
movie.
Campbell. Like
That's
it's
classic.
nothing. But anyway,
the whole thing, the Netflix was Disney. It's just free
all
advertising.
right. But so if you had to
Scrap
choose a
them
side,
scrap them both, man. Get them
if
both
you had
out
to
of Read
choose
a
a
book.
side, whose side you choosing? You choosing Netflix and Nickelodeon
I'm
or
choosing
Disney?
Netflix because I've seen like the movies that
Seen Netflix
The
too, they
Disney-
only got 20.
it's all good. It's whatever.
If I had to pick a side, I'm saying,
I'm
look.
choosing Netflix
I'm
and
doing
Nickelodeon
Netflix.
over Disney. That's
I'm
true.
saying this, between Netflix and Disney, I'm choosing a book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad,
Yeah,
Richest
I'll
Man
give you
in
that.
Babylon, The Secret, As a Man
that
Thinketh.
wasn't an option.
Read that book.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
That wasn't an
Like,
option.
That's important.
That's what we need to
That
be
Rich
in
Dad,
tune
Poor
with. They're
Dad,
giving us a
Robert
bunch of
Kiyosaki.
trash media. I see grown men
Get that.
excited about Fortnite. That's disturbing.
That's really
Back in the days, you know what I mean? Like when we was younger, older dudes played the game sometimes.
Fortnite.
You didn't see like
They had
34-year-old men, like they all get up with their friends and they got their little headphones and they're talking to each other.
But that
and they had
technology
their
wasn't-
little,
that
you know what I'm
technology
saying?
wasn't
Like,
that
I
back
will be
then.
getting Disney Plus.
It's
on
too
the-
much.
On the,
I know I had
on the
it.
high key.
If I didn't have it, my cousin had it. Well, we had the system.
You know what's funny?
Well,
It was
yeah,
mostly
Disney
Madden,
Plus.
007.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then stuff started getting
when you were a child, right? When you were about what, 12, 13,
It's
right?
funny with the Disney Plus.
still to
You wasn't even 13 when GoldenEye 007 was out. You was in about what, like 6th grade, right? 7th grade, right?
I mean,
Oh wait,
yeah,
10,
those-
11.
those
So
were-
yeah.
13.
And now add 20 years
On the
to that.
N64?
31, 33, and oh yeah, we're playing Mario Kart, and oh yeah, we're playing
Yeah,
Superman.
It's just
Nostalgia.
fun,
It's
Chris.
weird.
It's fun.
He said
I understand if they
nostalgia,
sitting there
my
all
nigga.
day wasting their life away playing video games, but people can play
No.
video games.
No, but that's what they're gonna do with Disney Plus. They're not gonna turn on Disney Plus and watch.
I
They're gonna
tried to,
watch
but I just don't have
13
the time.
episodes in a row, waste their life away. I see it with Netflix. all the
That's
time.
gonna happen
do
too.
binge.
Yep.
People do binge crazy.
Yeah.
I think if you're relaxing like in a weekend, do what you want to do.
Like
But,
for me, the
some
show
people
has
get
to
real
be
OD.
like so good for me to just sit there like and just watch a straight.
People just getting OD.
And what's the
about it.
Disney show that's so good? You can see yourself sitting down watching. You know what I mean? Like, what's the name of the show?
There's not.
Yeah, nobody can put that Disney
Like
shit.
I'll definitely throw some Proud Family on. But like,
Even the Proud
No, I
Family.
never looked at the catalog.
I would
to know
sit
what was
down
on
and
there.
try to
But
watch
that's
one
another
episode.
thing. There's probably
don't
mad
even know
stuff
what's
I
on
would
there.
watch on there that I just
If I
don't
went
know.
through, if I went through
Like,
it, I
what
probably would be like,
cartoons
oh, I
excite
remember
you?
that.
I don't know about cartoons, but I like.
Nah, they,
That's
what?
what I'm saying.
What?
I don't know. Disney?
Chippendales Rescue Rangers?
No, I don't.
Rescue Rangers.
Those
Oh,
is, but I don't want to
You know
go.
what I mean?
I liked those, but I don't want to go. I like Darkwing Duck. All
Darkwing
that, but
Duck?
I don't want to.
Darkwing Duck. You're gonna watch
I'm
5
not
episodes
pressed.
of Darkwing Duck?
I'm not pressed.
I'm
to
not
watch
pressed
it.
on it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's on
What
there
else we
though,
got?
but those is like cartoons that you know what I mean? Yeah, they on there? No, they
I
not.
liked Cartoon Network
They on
and
YouTube
Nickelodeon
too.
more.
You know what I'm saying?
So I don't know.
Right.
That's me. But anyway, let's
Darkwing
move
Duck
on to
was
this
it.
next topic. Last topic we're gonna get into is Miss Summer Walker. And basically, we just want to know is do we believe her and her social anxieties because she canceled majority of her tour?
Yeah.
So do we believe that she's actually going through something, or is this just cap?
I feel like let me before you go, because you in the industry, so I can't talk after the industry. You know what I'm saying? What I think people forget that these artists that's on the road and doing all these shows, like they still humans. People, you know what I'm saying? That goes back to like social media, Instagram making everything like right there and making you almost like right next to the person
Right.
to where they can edit their life to where you'll never catch them with a cold.
Yeah.
So it's like if she's saying that there's something going on, I mean, I would prefer for somebody to acknowledge it early than to be, you know what I mean, doing what they're doing, and then now everybody thinks that she's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's very well possible that she could be going through something.
Or
To tell the truth, like, I believe her and I feel for her, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I pay attention. It's just like what we was talking about, the way the internet is hurting the industry.
Yeah.
It's hurting these artists' morale. You look at somebody like, look at Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, she been putting out classic content, doing her thing. She been trying to, you know what I mean? Like, she got the image of a queen. Look, that's not how you treat a queen. Like, actually go through the comments. See the way people talk about her. See the way the internet chew her. That's a lot. It was a lot for her. You know, she had to take a break. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody like Beyonce. Beyonce, she's such a beautiful soul. She don't really get involved in all that shit. She don't, you know what I mean? She try to.
People
she's,
still
you know what
try
I mean,
to drag
yo?
her.
She's all about women empowerment. I have a daughter. I wouldn't have been able to handle waking up every day and seeing people talk about my child like that. Oh my God, like comb my hair, like, oh man, like she looks like a camel, blah blah blah. And now she's beautiful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think that honestly, we need some type of regulation.
Why? Yo, I hate y'all.
We need some type of honestly, that's sad.
camel though, bro.
That's really sad.
I tried to hold that.
You know what I said,
It
Joe?
is-
I have
it
a
is
child.
sad.
To talk about a child like that,
Lord.
like even if you laughing and joking with your friends, is one thing, but to actually like put that
Right.
type of
I agree.
like you're showing how much of a low life you are. I think that the internet needs to be regulated a little bit because
By
the
who,
internet
though?
has to do.
By
The
who?
same people that would block you on Facebook for 30 days if you say the word white. You know what I mean? I've literally got my page blocked because in one of my posts I said black and white too many times. They said that I was breaking the guidelines talking about race shit.
Yeah.
They could do that. You know what I
they
mean? Like,
can.
why do they do stuff like that, but they don't cancel accounts where people are saying dumb shit like, yeah, you dumb bitch, Summer Walker, you dirty asshole, da da da. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where are these same type
Yeah.
of... We need that because honestly, it's going to start pushing some artists over the edge. Like, artists are not respect. Back in the days when artists was coming up, DMX and all, you didn't have
was
a whole
reading
bunch of
about 'em in
people
a magazine.
coming at DMX and that. Like, think about Biggie Smalls saying that line about sucking a daddy's dick with the internet. The internet would have tore him up.
Right.
But you can't leave comments
They
in a
still
magazine.
do.
That's
The
where you
internet-
get all your content, or you're watching it on TV in the basement or something. You
you
can't
mean?
call in and talk to them
Yeah,
and say
yeah,
that to them.
exactly. I think that the internet gives people a voice like me and you, but it
Yeah.
also gives low lives a voice.
It gives
Right.
too
And
many
sometimes
people
they
a voice.
use that
Absolutely.
voice and they could become destructive with it. And it counts. Because honestly, the reason I'm talking about the internet, I almost knew this was coming because the internet was tearing her up. They were posting pictures of her, how ugly she was, and they was talking about how she was a stripper, how she didn't wash her ass, how her breath stink. Like they were tearing her up.
Right.
All because she said that she doesn't like to take showers, she had to take baths. And they took that and flipped it,
Ran
twisted
with
it.
it. Flipped it.
The internet could, no lie, like that stuff can really be destructive.
The internet's
You know what I
crazy,
mean?
man.
Like, And it hurts me, you know what I mean, like to see that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they've been tearing up. And you gotta think, she just broke Beyonce's streaming record.
I was
with
just
her
talking
album.
good about the album.
She just dropped an amazing album.
My only thing is, why, like, knowing that you have social anxiety or that you're suffering from something like that, it's like, why would you sign up to do such a long tour? Why would you sign up to do meet and greets? Why did you, like, I'm just, if you know you have that,
good.
why?
It's a bag.
That's true.
That sounds
But
good.
then on the flip side, do you now have to just take your criticism because
Because you know if she's independent.
she's not independent?
No, but honestly though, a lot of musicians we
she might
see.
not have no sense.
It's obligation.
Yeah, she probably doesn't. But why sign to a major?
I think it's obligation, but yeah, it's got to be obligation to do all those things. But
And I feel like, sorry to cut you off, but I feel like
that,
she definitely has social anxiety because I've seen her in some of the meet and greet pictures. She's just like frozen. Like, I don't even want to be around these people type shit. Like,
no, she does.
That's because they're being thrown out into the water.
She does.
You don't have
And
to work for
I think it's a
nothing
case
no more.
of life hitting her fast. So.
oh yeah.
You know, you gotta think of too, like,
And she's
you gotta
young.
think
She's young
of
as hell.
It's like you gotta think of like social anxiety, like, you know what I mean, exactly what it is. Like, I think right now she's embarrassed. And it goes hand in hand. That's just like, imagine if we're all at the mall, you know what I mean? Like, we're at Cross Gates Mall, we're walking, chilling, you trip, bust your ass, face first, your face hit the shit. The first thing you gonna do is avoid eye contact with motherfucker. You so embarrassed, you just gotta get out of here.
You gotta hope nobody caught you on camera now.
Can you imagine what it's like to be so embarrassed and have to stand up in front of these people and you're trying to perform and somebody shout like, oh yeah, you know what, that fell in your motherfucking face. Everybody's laughing and throws you. It's a lot for these people. I'm telling you, yo, these fans, we were just talking about it last week. The fans is booing Drake. It's Drake. Drake?
Right.
You're gonna
Drake?
You're booing Drake?
Those fans were wild.
Yeah, like, yo, I'm telling you,
That's
like,
because
hip
it
hop.
wasn't Frank Ocean. They wanted Frank Ocean.
Not even that. Like, hip hop wasn't like
they want that.
Today's hip hop fans do not have respect for the hip hop artists. They don't. They don't have no respect. They just say this is crazy, yo. Like, you look at somebody like Jadakiss and Styles P coming up. We were just talking about them. You didn't hear people coming at them crazy, talking about all types of shit they was doing.
But
when you said that, I didn't even know.
But that crowd was not going to do that.
We can't compare Summer to
Exactly.
that, though.
Summer, I think it's just a matter of...
Oh, we could talk about anybody. We could talk about somebody like Whitney Houston. She was literally smoking crack. And you had people that would say, like, you know what I mean?
Please make this
one
make
or two
sense,
things
Chris.
here and there, but you know what I mean? She wasn't getting the type of treatment that somebody, like, look,
I can't even
look at
lie.
somebody like Whitney
God
Houston and Beyonce. Beyonce is just trying to empower women that have children.
The times were
Whitney
different.
Houston was literally smoking crack.
And every talk show host was talking about it. But it was up to the talk show host. Today, your nephew that's 12 years old could sign on to Instagram and say, fuck you, from a hidden account. Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of people making fake accounts. You don't even know. It could be your best friend hating on you.
I think Summer Walker's anxiety is for real. I think that she's been hit with a reality check. Like, if you're gonna sign this record deal, there's a lot that goes into it, and I don't think she really measured that out. Like, it's just like you trying to get a bag. You're really good with this music. Let's do it. Someone puts a lucrative deal on the table, and you just take it, but you don't really measure it. You don't really factor out what it takes. So I think that she just got overwhelmed. And like,
and that
really
word social
what it
anxiety,
takes.
I think that was the word that they used to mask it up, but I think in reality, it's just like what you said about Drake at the show. She's like, yo, y'all don't deserve me, because she said something along those lines. They don't. I just now put out, the body, like, you're in the industry.
I think she's one of those who just want to make music for
the body of work that she just put out was so amazing.
Unbelievable.
I am a huge Rihanna fan. I love Rihanna. Rihanna Auntie, that's one of my favorite albums. Besides Auntie, that Summer Walker album is basically better than every other Rihanna album.
Yeah, shout out
Hit for hit, song for song. Rihanna
shout out to
is
London
the
on the
most
track for that
successful-
too.
She is
You
not
know what I
missed.
mean? Like, Rihanna
They
you
did
know what I
not
mean?
miss on that album.
No.
Yo,
They did not
she put out such for the world to handle her like that.
Yeah.
Look at how the world is treating her.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, no lie, yo.
crazy.
That's the way I feel. I can feel for her. You know what I do? I could sit here, I could support you, I could push your shit. I could feed the homeless. I could try to teach people whatever, and the people would still look at me like and they'll still vilify me. And I'll sit there and be like, damn, what the fuck do you want? And then you know what I realized? Yo, Hov said it. He said first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. Yeah. It gets to the point where people just no, for real. It's real. It gets to the point where people will just try to destroy you.
Pre-laughs and all Chris's Hov references.
That shows you how many people are in the world because the same people that's supporting her is not the same people that's bashing her.
Yeah,
that just shows you that there's that many people in the world that you can have millions of supporters and then you can have
no. But then again, though, are they the same people? I was making jokes on Summer Walker. I'm like, when I seen the post about her not showering, like, oh my gosh, she need to sit down. Y'all can put my Facebook. I was actually making comments about her. But you know what I did, though? You know what I did? I ran with the internet wave before I even seen what she said.
Yeah, that's real.
That's what we do.
That's
all. This Disney Plus. This is an internet wave. Shit happens. Shit just be internet wave. I remember saying
it's almost like you have to be voted into popularity.
Yeah.
It's not like he's genuine, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody called him. That shit was back in the 90s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's I really don't fuck with you. But she do what he do, and I don't want to look like I'm left out. So I'm fuck with you,
you got a good point there.
It's just like they don't want to get left out. It's just a crowd
like,
mentality right now. When everybody's like, yeah, let's just shit on this one dude. All right, let's all shit on this one day, and everybody does it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if you don't go ahead, I mean, with Summer Walker, it's just, I think she's just overwhelmed, and a lot of artists get overwhelmed with this grind. It's crazy, but she just was vocal about it.
You know what I think?
About it.
To be honest, this isn't something that's new. This is something we see all the time.
Yeah.
No, Eminem did this. Eminem shit was too much. He had to check himself in the rehab. He's like, damn, I'm going. Eminem did this.
Oh, yeah,
who was it? Rihanna, I don't know if you noticed, ever since she bought her master, she never even dropped a song.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I've been saying there like,
that's not,
you literally just bought your, like,
I don't think that's due to social anxiety.
Not even her. Like, look at DMX.
Crazy.
DMX just disappeared. He was going for what? Kanye West is always talking about his depression. Kid Cudi went to a deep, like, why do you think? Pay attention to J. Cole. J. Cole
you have to understand that depression and social anxiety are two different things.
No, but the reason why she's saying social anxiety,
they're not too far apart from each other.
It's all in the same family, definitely. You know what I mean? Depression and anxiety is definitely the same family, but I think that she had to use that term because that is going to be accepted. Because, like you said, she has obligations. That's just like my boss. I can't tell my boss, yo, little boss, you know what, yo? The kids was giving me a hard time this morning. I got a headache. Look, yo, I'm going to just take today off. You're not going to accept that. Whereas I could tell him, look, I was playing motherfucking Xbox 360 and I sprained my thumb, and now I can't even, you know what I mean? Like, they'll, you know what I'm saying, accept that.
One.
She had to get
either.
I wanted to say I was playing ball, but I didn't want to jinx myself. I
have a question. Being that, do you think it's hard for people to take this seriously from her, being that she did used to be a stripper, and like people don't really associate social anxiety with like people who can do that? Like,
can I be a stripper spokesperson?
Yeah, because you've been around strippers, so let us know.
Like I was saying, being a yo, for real.
That sounded wild though.
I don't even know what she said.
He's like, I'm not even gonna say anything to that.
But listen, just because you're a dancer don't mean that you're not shy. Don't mean that you don't have anxiety. You don't have any type of mental health issues.
But who chooses that field, knowing that you're like socially?
But there's a way to hide it. And that's when they get lost, going in the bathroom, playing in their nose, drinking alcohol, just trying to mentally not be there. You know what I mean? Just physically be there so that they could get whatever money get out of there. You know what I mean?
I know, but you know what it is,
why not just not do that? Like, why not just?
Because you know what though?
Easy money at the same
stages
time.
are different. Right. You know what I mean? Each stage is different. So it's like we look at something. You know what I mean? Can we really compare dancing in the club with about 7 perverts to performing in front of 3,000 people?
Hell no.
You know what I mean? It's totally different. So there's things, just like for instance me, you know what I mean? There's things I feel comfortable know what I mean? I don't mind being on the stage and doing things like that, but then like whenever like I have to get up and walk in front of a bunch of people, like I get nervous.
Right.
I don't like
I'm
that.
like that too.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like the walk. It's like I feel like my leg is limping or something, and now I feel like I'm too stiff. And
that's so
you know
true.
what I mean?
That's so
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Right.
I think about it a lot. So I think that she's on a different stage, and like I said, she just broke Beyonce's streak. This is Beyonce.
She be alright.
Jay-Z's wife.
Here we go.
This is Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just broke her record. So she's on the stage. It happened so fast. She went from having that one song that I heard, like Girls Need Love, she got the Drake feature. Now she's breaking Beyonce. But it don't work like that usually.
Right.
R&B people, like, it takes a while before you start breaking Beyonce record, Rihanna record, things like that.
What I'm
So I
curious
think she
about-
got catapulted.
Who started that? Who started the wave though? Like who got that boat moving?
What
you mean?
boat?
In the for the R&B to be clicking, because I feel like R&B is clicking right now.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
it's
like
coming
R&B
back
is
right
taking
now.
over.
Yeah,
All the mumble stuff and all the other
yeah.
stuff and all the
it's time. Yeah.
R&B is
R&B
definitely clicking,
is
but the
coming
R&B
back.
artists that we have now, they don't have the same hold
I think Lil
on the
Duval started
industry
it.
the way that the artists that I've seen in the past. You know, you think about somebody like Mariah Carey. She had a grip on the game. She was a diva. Somebody like Mary J. Blige. Oh well, you know what I mean, like Mary J. Even though you know like, she was more like in the hip hop side of R&B, she had a grip on the game. She was like Beyonce, Rihanna. They had a grip. People like Ella Mai, I look at her as like she's like, you know what I mean? She's cool. She makes good music, but she's not the queen.
You
know what I mean?
can't compare the
Queen-
Queen now though, because
Queen Naija.
there was a you can't compare
That's
90s
different.
music to today's.
Yeah,
there was a
I
balance
agree.
back then.
Right.
There's no balance.
There is no balance
It's
today.
unlimited. You're at a
Right.
buffet with a fat person. That
But you know what
can't
I'm
stop eating.
comparing? I'm comparing the impact of the artist. Like you look like back in the days, like you had like an artist like Eminem or DMX. They had a grip on hip hop. You look at an artist like Lil Pump. He doesn't have that grip. Now look, Kendrick Lamar
He hot for
has
the
a
moment.
grip. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole has a grip.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Sean has a
They have
grip.
a
You know what I'm
fan
saying?
base. A fan base. When you say grip, this is how I'm taking it. Back, like I said, the old artists that you're saying, they had a grip because everything was planned. This label would talk
Right.
with this label. All right, we dropping these people this year. It's
Right.
only a certain amount of people that's dropping an album this year.
But there's
now
definitely
everybody
tiers.
can throw their own album because everybody's going independent.
Right.
Apple
But there's
Music's
tiers
accepting anybody.
with artists. I look at it like this. Today, like the Ella Mays and the Queen Najas and the hers and that, like they're in like a Christina Milian tier. Like you see like
You're
Christina
bugging.
Milian,
You're
she
bugging.
put out great music.
You're bugging.
Christina Milian was putting out great music when she
You're
first came out.
wildin'.
Was. What you
I
talking-
don't know how you could ever
What?
put her in a category with
Are-
Christina Milian. You're tripping.
Are you-
Yeah, I was
Christina
wanting that
Milian
shit.
had more of a career.
No, she
What singles do
didn't.
her
Had no
have?
career.
What
Christina
singles
Milian
do her
did?
have?
He said Christina Milian had more of a career than her.
Low,
She did.
dip up slow.
But that's
She had
crazy.
hit
You're
singles. Like what singles do her
comparing
have?
No,
the
her
past
has plenty of hit
to
singles.
now. That's like that's like
No, but you could compare the past to now.
You can't.
It happened, yeah.
No, you can't.
Technology
Times have changed.
different.
Things is different.
humans are born different.
Right.
Like look at
Yo, you definitely can compare. You definitely
It's
can compare the
different,
past
it's
to the
different.
past.
It's
Disagree.
It's definitely different, but
It's different.
Disagree. But
Say
yeah,
that
we
for
gotta
another
wrap
show.
this up. But pretty much, yeah, we all feel for Summer Walker at the end of the day to wrap up that
Nah,
topic.
for
yo, look, big shout out
That
Summer
sucks.
Walker. I wish you the best.
Yeah, I wish her the
big
best.
shout out Hove, Rock Nation. Yo, I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
The brunch. Give me that brunch.
Want to thank our guests. Thank you guys for
Hey,
pulling
yes,
up.
thanks
for coming.
Sean,
Raisi K.
Raisi.
I pull
Shout
up
out
whenever
your
they King
shout out
Sean.
your social media so people can know where to follow
Yeah, you
y'all.
can find me. All right. My Instagram's the Raisin Man, TheRaisinMan, the Raisin Man. My Twitter, real deal, Raisi K, Raisi_K. That's all together. You can find me on YouTube. As I said, my music's on Bandcamp, all stream sites, YouTube. If you just look up Raisi K, you'll find up everything. I hate to say Google me, but literally, if you just did it, you'll find everything. So just do it. And if you want to hit me up direct, just hit me up. I'll say hello.
Right. And you, my friend?
well, you could just yo DJ King Sean on everything. That's
Nice.
it. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Very simple.
Smart.
And you?
Gibby the Grow.
We know you.
Chris Gibbs, MM. Follow me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be starting a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Follow my YouTube channel. I got a lot of things in the work. Just tune in. Tune into my Facebook page. Follow the wave. Support the movement. There's a lot of things going on, man.
Oh, and I got one more thing to say. Raisi K and Friends, the podcast is coming up soon. I'll be interviewing a lot of artists that I've been working with. So just stick tuned to that. We'll definitely have to collab.
Podcasters got to stick together.
You know, we have to definitely collab on that. So we'll talk, but definitely want to put that out there.
Word, Preem, shout yourself out. Thanks for being our camera guy today.
I'll put it up there in the post edit.
All right. Follow me, of course, Roasty_Perez on IG, Avita Spencer on Facebook. And yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning in.
All right, bless.
And we out.